Hey everyone, in the first video we saw how life evolved from the sludge on volcanoes to establishing ecosystems in the sea and on land. In this video we'll take a closer look at the animals themselves, how they work, their behaviours and how they can evolve intelligence. There's also a companion video to this which focuses on the plants and the environments. Link to both are in the description below. Thanks again for all the support on the first video. Now it's time to actually meet the animals themselves. They are made up of a body, limbs, tail, neck and head. These can aid in the animal's locomotion and in finding food. The animal is also made up of some internal organs. It has a gut which can affect how efficiently digest the plant and algae matter. They also have eyes which can help them look around further to see food, mates and eggs. And they each have a brain. A more advanced brain can help them make more intelligent decisions. And by playing around with these, the animals specialise. In the foreground, you can see large animals with long necks. They tend to stick to the forests. In the back, you can see a hill here. Short animals instead dominate, eating the shorter plants. Shorter animals can also survive in the forests by instead going for the saplings of the taller trees. It also allows them to specialise in different environments. For example, in the shallow and deep ocean water, you see different animals to the ones you'd see on land, though these ones are probably overdoing it with the front flipper a bit. But that's not always black and white. For animals living in floodplains such as here, it can help to be semi-aquatic. There's always a danger when specialising. As you can see here, the forest is flooded and the habitat of the large animals is disappearing right in front of their eyes. Smaller animals come in to colonise the area and will ultimately outcompete the giants. Sadly, they go extinct shortly after as the forests disappear. However, there's always a tendency to specialise. The smaller animals that had outcompeted the large animals are now themselves growing to be larger as the forests recover. If a plant grows tall enough, develops thick enough leaves, or enough poison in its leaves, it can avoid getting eaten. The animals in an arm race against the plants. The animals can fight back by growing taller and larger, evolving more efficient guts, and evolving resistance to the poison. Reproduction is vital to any animal that wants its lineage to continue. The animal's limbs, body are different colours. These colours help represent the genetic difference between it and the animals around it. Animals who are similar colours in the same places are therefore closer relatives than animals who are completely different colours. Now let's zoom in and see the beauty of life being created. Here you can see the mother and the father. The mother lays a turquoise orb. That is an unfertilised egg. She's laid several on that tile. The father, once he wakes up, sees what's happened, comes over and fertilises all the eggs on the tile. The eggs then turn white, indicating that they've been fertilised, develop and quickly hatch. The young then scatter. The father has no paternal instinct towards his young just yet, and they all fend for themselves. Letting the simulation run a little bit longer, and we can see that some animals have actually evolved to look after their young. Now, the young stay close to the father, who also stays close to them. This is a sign of growing intelligence within this species. This is a big leap forward, as most species still do not look after their young. Allowing even more time to pass has seen evolution push these animals to stay together not only as kids, but as adults too. This allows them to follow each other to sources of food, and allows them to more easily find a mate. It's likely that living in a rough environment such as this, which is prone to devastating flash floods, have pushed these animals to evolve in this direction. However, becoming more intelligent is not a universally helpful trait. While the greens have become more intelligent, their distant cousins, the blues, who live on another island which has much more food, have instead evolved to be bulkier instead of smarter. As the blues have evolved in a more stable environment with plentiful food, there's no need for them to herd together. They have no need to guide their babies or their kin to food sources. They have high enough populations that they can wander around and randomly run into each other. The blues help show that being smarter is not always better. Thanks for watching until the end. I know I'm on Patreon. I'd love to get my other projects out on YouTube, so your support would be greatly appreciated. If you're not in a position to support on Patreon, it's absolutely fine. A comment, a like, and subscription goes a long way, and I really appreciated the comments on the previous video. So thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.